A lot of times we think making history is about some kind of once-in-a-lifetime first, historic first, like the first female astronaut or the first African-American president. We always think making history is about historic firsts. But lately, I've been thinking about history that you have with people and how we need to be grateful for it. We have history together. Sometimes people, that's a negative thing. This happens a lot. Some homie will come in wanting to redirect his life, and a trainee here will see him and go, ooh, that guy right there, see him over there? We've got a lot of history together. And it's not good, like bad blood, like it's a negative thing. But the truth is, we all have history with each other, and we all want to make history with each other. And I think that's important. And so lately I've been feeling exceedingly grateful for the history that I have with people. So, for example, I got a phone call from a homie 2 weeks ago, left me a voicemail message. I've known him for 30 years, woo, we have history together. We've been through a lot of stuff together. I used to visit him when he was locked up or in the hospital and helped him get jobs and baptized his kids and buried his brother. Tended to his parents when they were sick, and woo, we have so much history together. And part of your history, often enough, are kind of routines. Remember that movie about the horse Seabiscuit? Well, he always calls me G-Biscuit. Like he always has, since the movie anyway. Or he'll say to me, you old goat. He always says that. Sometimes both of those, Sometimes when we have particular contentious phone calls, at the end he'll be frustrated and he said, watch, next time I see you, I'm taking one to the snot box. He always says that, And I don't know why, I've never heard anybody ever say that. But we have a lot of history together. Once he was yelling at me, and we had a bad connection. I was trying to get a phone number from him, and we were yelling back and forth. I can't hear you. What are the four last? I got the first three numbers. I don't have the four last numbers. And finally, he says, "It's the year you were born, 1859." So that's the kind of history we have. So his voicemail message said, "Hey, G-Biscuit. Emergency, ASAP, call me. You got to do my son's wedding next Saturday." Next Saturday? In what universe? So I call him back, and I said, "How are you giving me 6 days notice for this wedding?" He goes, "Well, here's the deal. Last night we were at the wedding rehearsal, and the priest of the church there at the end of the rehearsal said, 'So you're all set with Father Greg to do the wedding?'" And we all looked at each other, we nodded, and we said, "Well, you called him, didn't you?" "No, I thought you were going to call him." "You said you were going to call him." "Well, nobody called me, And I said, "Dog, on Saturdays I'm busier than the Pope. I've got masses in the camps, and I have baptism and quinceañeras. And during the exact time that you're doing this wedding is happening of this kid who I baptized, I'm giving a talk at the convention center." He goes, "Damn, gee, what are we going to do?" "Well, don't worry," he says. "It's not all your fault." I said, "Oh, hell no, it's none of my fault." He said, "Yeah, but I'm kind of have to blame you for some part of it." I said, "When I see you next, dog, I'm taking one to the snot box." Make history. It's sort of the answer that God insists that our health and our wholeness and our healing and our liberation happens in relationship. Here at Homeboy, we believe in the centrality of relationship. That the only thing that can propel you away from the stagnation of your own isolation is the connection we have with each other. Making history with people, you can't force it, but you can let it happen. So if you just come here and wash a window and go home, or if you just come here and bake bread and go home, or you just come here and serve a meal and go home, you'll be missing out on this opportunity to make history. So at the end of the day, I want you to look at somebody and say, "Hey, we made history together today." So I invite you to go forth and to make history.